All right, everybody. In this episode, we take a look at controlling your data and what happens if you don't.
Welcome to Click AI Radio, where you'll learn the secrets to transforming your small to medium business. Grant has been helping businesses transform using technology for over 30 years. Advanced technologies like artificial intelligence have been available only to large companies and advanced technical teams. Grant will discuss how you can use to leverage AI and other technologies to grow your small to medium business. As a gift, Grant is offering his ebook, AI for Sales Growth, at clickairadio.com. Now, here's your host and biz tech geek, Grant Larson.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Click AI Radio. So just about everywhere you go, there is some sort of data being collected on you or about you, right? Whether you're online, walking down the street, wherever it is. Now, or even driving your car, right? Even, your mobile device obviously tracking where you are. And that does sound a bit creepy, right? It brings with it a whole new set of issues. But let's talk about this principle in your business. What kind of information are you gathering in your business? So, for example, do you know what information you are gathering? And do you know where that information is in your business? And do you have duplicated information in your business? And if so, which copy of that data is the correct one? Well, there are some benefits, of course, to organizing your business information. One of the reasons that we do this is to help us understand predictive activities of your customers, of your costs, and even of your operational efficiencies. Now, some companies capture a lot of data about you. Certainly, we all know things like Google or Facebook or Apple. How they use the data is really the critical topic. So you'll recall a few years ago, the Attorney General of Massachusetts announced an investigation into Facebook and the data firm Cambridge Analytica. This was, I think, back in 2018. Now, in this case, the allegation was that Facebook data was misused in a political campaign. Now, I'm not here to dispute that. But what I am here to say is that getting control of your data, hence managing it, and using it in ethical ways to, of course, better serve your customers and improve your business, this is the right thing to do. And that's the area that I want to focus on here with you. So, what are some of the activities that you should consider to get control of your data? Well, here's a list of 7 items. This comes from LeadSpace, which I mostly agree with. So let's take a look at these 7 items. One of those is, very first, number one, outline your business goals. All right. So you might choose to increase your sales or you might, hey, I want to improve my decision-making process in my company. Or you might say, what is the common theme that's taking place across all of my customers, right? In other words, you might want to improve your customer segmentation or try to find their buying habits and patterns. Or perhaps your business goal is, you might want to improve your lead management or maybe improve the efficiency of your internal operations. I work with a lot of companies, and one of the common themes that I see across these companies is poor decision making. Now, what I mean by that is it's not that they themselves are making bad decisions, it's that there's not consistent decision-making processes. And therefore, sometimes the decisions are great and other times maybe not as good. So having consistent insights to guide and influence your decision-making process, that's certainly a worthy goal. All right, so that's number one. So if to get control of the data in my business, think about outlining your business goals, choosing that first. Number two, prioritize data protection and security. Man, we all know about the breaches that we hear and see where hackers get in and take data from organizations. When you talk about data protection and security, no one really wants it or wants to talk about it until it happens to you, right? So it's not typically that exciting for most. But of course, if you don't do it, it's challenging to recover from these data and security breaches. So when you're applying things like AI, it's critical to protect data as well as information, privacy information about the people themselves. And so this is a really critical area around digital ethics also. All right, number 3, focus on data quality. Now, this is a constant challenge, right? Controlling the ingestion or the input of your data and its quality all the way through to consumption is a challenge. I was working with one group, and the clerks at the retail stores, they were putting pricing information in a wide range of locations, and it made it very difficult for the business people to run their business. Now, today there are some awesome tools that help to clean and scrub your data, but nevertheless, data quality, absolutely critical. So that's number 3. Number 4, reduce duplicate data. Now, as you know, lots of times we'll have multiple systems in our business, and they overlap in terms of their capabilities and what it is they do. And that produces multiple copies of similar data. It might be customer information or address or what have you. And of course, when you think about that, you're struggling with, well, which one of these is the source of truth, right? Which one do I want to turn to and say, this is the master, if you will? So while you might have multiple systems from multiple vendors for your business, it helps to think about your data as a flow through the business, like a river, right? So it comes in from data ingestion to, hey, I'm going to curate it and clean it, to, hey, I'm going to actually get rid of this duplication, and finally get it to a point where you can do analytics and AI and things like that to help improve your business decision making. Now, if you have the ability to reduce the actual number of duplicate or similar systems, that helps tremendously with this as well. Certainly can take a lot of money off the table for the business also in terms of expenses. All right, number 5, ensure your data is readily accessible to your team. Well, yeah, what can you say? Having the right access controls to the data, preventing others that shouldn't get into the data is just common sense. Number 6, create a data recovery strategy. It reminds me, earlier in my career, I worked with one client who had a significant system crash. And so they went to their backups, and yesterday's backup actually had failed. They didn't realize it. So they went back to the day before, and and then they went a week back, and then 2 weeks back, and then a month back. They went 2 months back and finally found a backup that was valid that they could use. And so they lost 2 months of data, had to do a lot of obviously re-entry manually back in those days, right? So of course, it's not just about backing up your data, it's about the recovery. So this is called a data recovery strategy, not just data backup, but data recovery, right? So you want to constantly go back and re-verify, can I get back to this information? Is it in a valid state so that I can continue to serve my customers? All right, and then last but not least, number 7, use a quality analytics and AI platform for insights. And of course, I got to toss that one in there, right? I'm a fan of good analytics and AI to guide decision making. It's augmented intelligence is the way that we look at it, the way I look at it. But at the end of the day, you want your data to unlock the insights and the guidance to propel your business. All right, so let's take a step back. So these 7 steps identify certainly some of the things to do, and it can feel like a lot of work. And well, it can be, but think about the other side. If you don't do this, what's the impact, right? Well, it can impact your business growth. It can impact the quality of the decisions that you're making. It might even impact the security of your business, and your data can be compromised or stolen or take your business all the way down. So recently I was talking with an executive at a major bank, and she made an interesting statement. She said, data is our most important asset. And then she stopped and paused and corrected herself, and she said, no, it's our weapon. All right, that's the power of data. So when you're controlling your data, you're really taking control of your business, which is really one of the greatest assets, or might I use the term weapons, for your business to help it compete and grow. All right, everybody, thanks for joining. And until next time, get control of your data and turn it into your best business asset.
Thank you for joining Grant on Click AI Radio. Don't forget to subscribe and leave feedback. And remember to download your free ebook. Visit clickairadio.com now.